Hello folks, this is Gabor reporting from Sopron. Today is going to be the next video of the 11 that I promised back in the day. Hopefully YouTube doesn't decide to delete more videos because one of my videos got deleted, so I need to do one more video. I don't know which video was deleted, but I have one less video than previously. Doesn't really matter. I'm going to keep doing this until I reach 111. Well, unless YouTube decides to delete all of my videos, because then I reconsider, but like 1 or 2, 3 more is fine. Okay, last time I was talking about Ukraine, and before I continue talking about deeper things in and around Ukraine, there needs to be another video that helps me go deeper. And this video is about, well, South Park at first, because there was this episode of South Park, episode 16 from season 4, the Wacky Molestation Adventure. And in this episode, Cartman has an idea that he wants to go to the, what was it, Pussy Riot concert? Yeah, or like there was a band that was playing and he wanted to go, and I think the name was Pussy Riot, and then Kyle was not allowed to this concert, so they just come up with the idea that they call the police. They say that they were molested or molesterated, according to the kids. And once police is going to take all the adults away because they don't ask any questions, they just say that, okay, the accusation is true. So they just bring all the parents to custody. And the whole town is going to be devoid suddenly from adults. And there comes a guy from the outside world, and from this outside world the guy saves the children, convincing them like, please call police and tell them that they were not molested, so they can let the parents back. The police can let the parents back to the town, and then everything can go good again. So yeah, like in the meanwhile, the kids are destroying the whole place, etc. So it's a disaster. Now, why am I talking about this? Because I feel that our world is developing this outcome at the moment. That we are now in this phase, I think, around the world where there are fewer and fewer adults left in pretty much each and every society. What we are left with is a slowly but surely decomposing world, a dying and rotting world, because there are just no adults that can take up responsibility and that can fix things, and not just fix things, but actually do something meaningful with their lives. And this is what we are heading towards, and we are stepping in this way of South Park Season 4, Episode 16, The Wacky Molestation Adventure. This sounds like a fucking ad. Okay, whatever. Watch the episode because it's fun. Until you don't think about the implications that it can bring to us. Anyway, why am I saying that there are no adults anymore? Because this might not be obvious for most of the people. I don't even remember when it first came into my mind that, oh my God, there are no fucking adults anymore in this world. Maybe when I realized that I'm also still a kid, and that a couple of years back, I think it was 2018, when I decided that I actually want to grow up and do something meaningful and take a responsibility for myself, and when the time comes, for other people around me. Jordan Peterson also helped me develop this idea and also this mission that I have at the moment. So yeah, for example, I'm making my bed every day. You can take a look. It's over there. Dee-dee. It's nicely done. Yeah, I feel so stupid now. Okay. Anyway, why did I realize that there are no adults anymore? Well, it's even harder and harder to encounter kids because now we have certain phases that we need to go through life. Yeah, and there are rites of passages to it. And these rites of passages and these life periods, they start very, very early, right? So like maybe the first significant one when you, okay, there are more, but the first thing that comes into my mind is that when you start speaking, right? So that when you're like, mama, yeah, something like this, and then everybody's like, yeah, my kid, like, nerd, this little shitter can speak now, nice. Yeah, and there are other ones until we reach adulthood, right? And these need to be important. And now we have, when we are actually stopped at really early on, so there are really severe childhood traumas that are around, and that stops us from developing right from the really, really, really early stages. Not to mention when we come to become an adult. And after becoming an adult, nothing really forces us to grow up because our world is really, really safe. Yeah, so that, like if you have childhood traumas, you don't face them, your body becomes an adult, and then maybe a lion attacks you, you have to go to war, endure hardship, etc. And these hardships, they mold you into an adult or kill you, right? Like either way, you're going to be out of childhood. And this doesn't happen anymore, right? So like we are really damn safe, and we just lost this capability to grow up. And our rites of passages, they become really fake, forced, and ineffective. Like, for example, when we are doing this final big exam of, what is it, GCSE, getting a high school diploma, the matura in Polish and German. This is something that nobody thinks is important. You need to get it because you need to have some sort of fucking paper to show everybody that, oh, I'm an adult person now, like I can be responsible for stuff. But nobody takes it seriously. This was also my experience, that I many times got the comment that, okay, you have the high school exam, all right, the final one. So you are excited about it, like you're afraid of it. You will have more problems in life. Like I can't remember somebody saying that, oh, this is really important, like you do it and then you will be somebody. Like, no, this is a fake rite of passage. This is simply an administrational rite of passage. If you have it, no one gives a shit. If you don't have it, it's a problem. So yeah, it's good to do it, but it's absolutely meaningful as in developing as a mature, emotional, psychically complete person. It has no effect that whatsoever. If anything, it's another trauma, because you hype yourself up and then the world just smacks you in the face, saying that, you kid, that you thought that was important. Yeah, fuck you. Go to university or start working, whatever. So this is, I'm talking about it in a really cynical way because I feel this is a really cynical system. It's just it's just a complete disregard of the human nature, apart from the mechanical part of being a human, right? Like sometimes we do things mechanically, but it doesn't fucking mean that we need to do everything mechanically for the rest of our lives. And unfortunately, this is what most of the people are facing, because now after this fake diploma exam, we are sort of forced, but it's also our choice to be part of the system of the permanent childhood. When we go to, well, if you choose an academic career, then all your human relationships are going to be handled for you. Same in corporations. And there is just nothing much that you can do as a human being. You don't really feel that you are, or we are, in a really natural community, or at least that's how I felt, definitely. And I can't really name anybody. Some people chose this path of the corporations consciously, when I was working there, but I didn't see anybody happy over there. Well, fake happiness, yeah, well, in all measures, but like really, like a well-rounded, happy person, zero fucking people. So that leaves us with high amount of immaturity, growing immaturity, and more fear, because like if you're a child, you're afraid of everything, because we are not really able to face things because we are afraid of them. And that's what's also happening in the world. That's why we have leaders that we have that are also like, they look like children more and more. They talk like children more and more. All of this is because of a reason. And the reason is that we are not growing up. And our leaders depict us in the sense that they are just as immature as we are. Well, there are also some evil folks around them, but and like they can also be evil, but it doesn't mean that like they are mature. Like you can definitely be evil and totally immature. That's what I think. So why am I saying that I'm going to talk about Ukraine and how it adds up? Because I think it's also true for the individual and also for the collective that if this is the situation, that there are no adults anymore, then we can either wait for some outsider, like in the South Park episode, that reminds us that, hey, dude, we have actually roots, we have our parents, like just take them back and thrive, because why not? Like we have everything to do it. Like our physical world is fantastically capable to provide us with the most amazing life we can imagine. So take some responsibility, take some sort of wise decisions, grow up and live your life with passion. And with passion doesn't mean that, like always feel good, always happy, ta 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 ta. I like to go back to the roots of the world, etymology, and passion meaning in Latin to suffer. Yeah, so that to find something that is so meaningful that you suffer for it, and it doesn't even feel like suffering because it's just so damn meaningful. The example that I could give from my life is that, like in this passage of growing up, now I see that I have done really hard things, gone through huge emotional turmoil to be able to pick my pieces together and put my pieces together and form an adult human being. I'm still in the middle of the process, but it was a tremendous amount of suffering that I needed to go through in order to even start and continue the project. but I find it just so important that I don't regret any of it. If anything, I regret not starting the whole process earlier than I started. So this is my path of growing up. And I hope that maybe one day I can also help other people grow up. Maybe my own children, hopefully. So that's, and I think that's the only way, playing the long game, the long, meaningful game, to actually create a meaningful world. And I think this is important no matter what kind of society we are living in. Yeah, that's about it. I think that these are good final words. I'm coming up with at least 4 more videos, so stay tuned for them and tell me what you think. Ciao, ciao. Gabriel's out.